Have you ever wondered why something as simple as taking a shower can put your life at risk after the age of 70? You might think it's just part of getting older, but the truth is, showering during certain hours can dramatically increase your chances of a fatal accident. In this video, we'll reveal the shocking facts behind the most dangerous time of day for seniors to shower, and how making a simple change could save your life. Medical experts have found that between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m., your body is at its most vulnerable. Blood pressure regulation is unstable, making falls and cardiovascular events significantly more likely. Dr. Richard Thompson from Harvard Medical School explains that the morning surge in blood pressure during these hours can cause dangerous drops in blood flow when combined with the physical stress of showering. It's not just about the timing. There are other hidden dangers like body temperature regulation and the impact of your medications that could be making your morning routine a ticking time bomb. So, why is this so urgent? The truth is, every decision you make today, like when to take your shower, can either protect you or increase your risk of a life-threatening accident. Stay with us as we break down exactly what's happening to your body and provide you with practical, life-saving tips that could make all the difference. Watch until the end to learn how you can adjust your routine and stay safe in your own home. Your health depends on it. If you are not subscribed, subscribe and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me. And if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. Number 1. The fatal time window for senior showers. Imagine waking up in the early hours of the morning, thinking it's just another peaceful start to your day, when in reality, your body is already working against you. Did you know that taking a shower between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m. can increase your risk of fatal accidents by a staggering 80% after the age of 70? It's a shocking truth that many overlook, but this is the window where your body's natural defenses are weakest. You may feel invincible at that moment, but in those quiet, early hours, your body is fighting you without you even realizing it. Medical researchers at Harvard Medical School have uncovered a chilling fact. During these early morning hours, your blood pressure regulation is at its most unstable. This creates a perfect storm for falls and cardiovascular events, and it's not something we can ignore. Dr. Richard Thompson, a leading researcher in geriatric cardiovascular health, explains it in the starkest terms. The early morning hours create a perfect storm of physiological vulnerabilities for seniors. Blood pressure naturally dips overnight and then rises rapidly in the morning hours, a phenomenon called the morning surge. This makes the 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. window particularly dangerous for activities that further stress the cardiovascular system, like showering. This is not just a theory. It's something that can happen to any of us. Take the story of Doris Williams, a 72-year-old retired teacher from Philadelphia, who had always prided herself on being an early riser. Doris loved the peace of a 6 a.m. shower to start her day fresh, thinking it was simply a routine that would help her feel rejuvenated. But one fateful morning, she felt an unexpected wave of dizziness, and before she knew it, she was falling, shattering her hip. The weeks that followed were filled with pain, frustration, and hospital stays. When her doctors reviewed her case, they explained that her decision to shower so early in the morning, when her body was still adjusting, was likely the main cause of her devastating fall. This is the reality of what can happen when we don't listen to our bodies, when we let our routines put us at risk without a second thought. But the truth is, it doesn't have to be this way. You can take action, starting today. Simply move your shower time to mid-morning, ideally between 10 a.m. and noon, when your body systems are more stable and alert. This small change can make all the difference. So, I ask you, are you willing to make this life-saving adjustment? Take a sticky note right now and place it on your bathroom mirror as a reminder of your new, safer shower schedule. Don't put it off any longer. This isn't just a suggestion. It's an essential step to protect your health. After the age of 70, this isn't a matter of preference. It's a matter of survival. You have the power to make this change, and by doing so, you're not just protecting yourself, you're ensuring that your life remains as full and independent as it deserves to be. Don't wait until it's too late. Make the choice today to live with awareness and self-care, and let this small action safeguard your tomorrow. Number 2. Body temperature regulation dangers. As we age, our bodies can feel like they betray us, especially when it comes to something as simple as taking a shower. Have you ever stepped into a hot shower and suddenly felt lightheaded or dizzy? It's more common than you might think. The American Journal of Geriatric Medicine warns that after the age of 70, our bodies lose their ability to regulate temperature as effectively, making those seemingly harmless hot showers much more dangerous than we realize. This issue is particularly dangerous during the early morning hours, when our bodies are already experiencing a natural drop in temperature. Dr. Amanda Chen, a specialist in geriatric thermophysiology, explains the gravity of this issue, saying, "As we age, our bodies lose the ability to quickly adapt to temperature changes. This becomes especially problematic in the early morning hours, when core body temperature is naturally at its lowest. The sudden shock of heat from a hot shower can put an immense strain on the cardiovascular system, a strain that many seniors simply cannot handle safely." Just think about Albert Reynolds, an 83-year-old retired accountant who had no idea that his usual early morning hot shower could endanger his life. One morning, the sudden heat triggered a severe arrhythmia, nearly costing him his life. Albert had always considered his morning routine harmless, never imagining that the combination of the time of day and the scalding water temperature could create such a dangerous situation. It wasn't until his cardiologist explained the risks that Albert realized how preventable the entire ordeal was. This is a wake-up call that shouldn't be ignored. If you're over 70 or have elderly loved ones, it's time to take action. Lower the temperature of your shower to a safe, lukewarm range of 95 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and consider installing an anti-scald device, which costs only about $20. This small investment could be the difference between life and death. Don't wait. Call a loved one, a neighbor, or a handyman right after you finish watching this video to help you install it. The truth is, temperature regulation issues don't send warnings before they escalate into a life-threatening crisis. Don't risk it. Make that change today and ensure your safety tomorrow. Number 3. Medication timing and shower risk. Imagine this. Your daily morning routine, something as simple as stepping into the shower, could be turning into a silent danger. It's a wake-up call that could save your life, and yet so many people don't realize the risk lurking in their room. Could it be that your blood pressure medications are secretly putting you in harm's way? You might be unknowingly making a fatal mistake with your medication timing, and it's more common than you think. Cardiologists at the renowned Mayo Clinic have issued a stark warning. The timing of when you take your blood pressure meds could be setting the stage for disaster, especially when combined with the natural drop in blood pressure that occurs during a shower. Dr. Michael Ramirez, the esteemed director of geriatric cardiology at Mayo, explains it this way: many seniors take their medications first thing in the morning, not realizing that this can create a compounded effect when combined with the blood pressure drop caused by the warmth of the shower. This dangerous synchronization can dramatically reduce blood flow to the brain, increasing the risk of fainting, right in the shower, which is one of the most perilous places to lose consciousness. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. Take the case of Patricia Sullivan, a 76-year-old grandmother of 5, whose life changed after a simple conversation with her doctor. Patricia had been experiencing dizzy spells every morning, but it wasn't until her doctor explained how her medication timing could be at the heart of the issue that she understood the gravity of the situation. She had been taking her lisinopril right before her 7 a.m. shower. This innocent mistake was unknowingly creating the perfect storm of dizziness, disorientation, and the potential for a fall that could have been catastrophic. But once she adjusted her routine, waiting 3 hours after taking her medication before stepping into the shower, her dizzy spells vanished. That simple adjustment was the key to regaining her balance, literally and figuratively. Now, I want to ask you, Could something as easy as adjusting your medication schedule save your life tomorrow morning? You bet it could. It's time to take action before it's too late. If you take blood pressure medication, please do yourself a favor and reach out to your doctor today, not tomorrow, today, to discuss adjusting your medication schedule about your showering habits. You must never shower within 2 hours of taking your blood pressure meds. If you can, create a medication chart that separates these activities. A small change could be all it takes to avoid a potentially life-threatening situation in your own home. Your health is precious, and this one adjustment could mean the difference between a safe morning routine and a potential catastrophe. Don't let your medications silently put you at risk. Take control today for a safer tomorrow. Number 4. Hidden bathroom dangers amplified by time of day. Have you ever wondered if your bathroom is secretly trying to harm you, especially at certain times of the day? It's hard to believe that a place we trust to be safe can turn into a silent threat under the cover of darkness. The truth is, spaces that seem harmless during the day can become perilous, even life-threatening, in the early hours before the sun rises. Research from the National Institute on Aging reveals a chilling fact. Seniors over the age of 70 experience a staggering 60% decrease in their ability to perceive details in low-light conditions. This makes navigating the bathroom in the dark especially dangerous, turning a simple trip to relieve oneself into a potentially life-changing event. Dr. Sarah Johnson, a respected geriatric ophthalmologist, explains the issue bluntly. As seniors age, their ability to see clearly in dim light diminishes far more than they realize. The bathroom, already the most hazardous room in the house due to its slippery surfaces, becomes a treacherous zone during the pre-dawn hours when contrast sensitivity is at its lowest. In the stillness of those early hours, when everything feels quieter and more peaceful, it's easy to forget how vulnerable we truly are. Our bodies, much like our homes, don't remain as they once were. The once minor risks now carry heavy consequences. Take, for example, the unfortunate story of Gregory Harrison, an 81-year-old retired postal worker. One morning, before the first light of day, Gregory stepped into his bathroom for a shower. Little did he know that the floor was slick with water, pooling there in the dim light. Unable to see the hazard before him, he slipped, resulting in a hip fracture that altered the course of his life forever. Gregory's independence, once so fiercely his, was shattered that day. If I had just waited until daylight, he later reflected with deep sorrow, I would have seen the water and avoided the fall that changed everything. How many of us have experienced that same quiet regret, only after it's too late? But here's the good news. We don't have to wait for a tragedy to learn. There are immediate actions you can take to protect yourself or a loved one. The solutions are simple yet life-saving. Install motion-activated night lights in your bathroom and along the pathways leading to it. These lights will turn on as you move, illuminating potential hazards and allowing you to see clearly, even in the darkness. Replace slippery mats with non-slip alternatives that feature bright, contrasting colors, visible even in low light. These small changes could make all the difference between safety and disaster. The cost of these modifications is so minimal compared to the cost of a fall that can rob you of your mobility, your independence, and your peace of mind. Have you ever truly seen your bathroom through the eyes of someone with aging night vision? Most seniors don't even realize the danger until the damage has been done. Don't wait. Take action now before the unthinkable happens. Your safety and independence are worth every step you take today to protect them. Number 5. The deadly combination of morning dehydration and showering. When you wake up in the morning, your body is dangerously dehydrated. This often overlooked fact can make shower falls up to 70% more likely for seniors. Can you believe that just waking up puts you in a vulnerable state, one that primes you for a bathroom accident? It's a scary thought, but it's the reality for many older adults. The experts at Johns Hopkins have highlighted the alarming connection between dehydration and the physical strain of standing in a shower. According to their findings, this combination sets the stage for a condition called orthostatic hypotension, a sudden, dangerous drop in blood pressure that can lead to devastating falls. Dr. William Parker, a leading researcher in geriatric hydration studies, sheds light on this silent danger. Most seniors don't realize how dehydrated they are when they wake up. When you pair this with standing in a hot shower, blood begins to pool in the lower extremities. This reduces blood flow to the brain, and your risk of falling skyrockets, especially during those early hours. The morning, it turns out, is the most perilous time for showering. Think about Leonard Sullivan, a 77-year-old man who struggled with dizziness every time he took a shower in the morning. He couldn't understand why he felt fine later in the day but had such a hard time in the morning. It wasn't until his doctor explained the connection between dehydration and his dizziness that he finally understood. The solution was simple: hydrating before showering. Once Leonard started drinking water before his showers, the dizziness vanished completely. Such a simple fix for what could have been a deadly problem, he said, his voice tinged with both relief and regret. I wish I had known this years ago. So, here's your new, non-negotiable routine. Hydrate before you shower. It's that simple. Drink a full glass of water at least 15 minutes before stepping into the shower, no matter what time of day it is. Make it a part of your morning ritual, just like brushing your teeth. Keep a water bottle in your bathroom as a constant reminder. You might not realize it now, but this small habit could be the difference between safety and disaster. If you could prevent a dangerous fall with such a simple change, why wouldn't you? The choice is clear. Take control of your morning routine and protect yourself from a very real and preventable risk. Number 6. Emergency response time factors. When it comes to emergency response times, particularly for seniors, the consequences can be devastating. Just imagine, 1 minute you're in the middle of a peaceful shower, thinking everything is fine, and the next you find yourself on the floor, unable to move or reach help. Now, consider this sobering reality. If you fall during an early morning shower, you are 40% less likely to be found in time to save your life. It's a terrifying thought, but it's one that many older adults, unfortunately, face far too often. Have you ever really stopped to think about the consequences of falling when help is not close by? The idea of being in a vulnerable situation like this without the means to call for assistance is deeply unsettling. Yet it's a truth that many of us are reluctant to confront. Emergency medical reports consistently reveal a shocking statistic. Response times to senior falls are significantly delayed in the early morning hours, typically between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m., when households are still asleep and routine check-ins are sparse. This is a critical period for older adults, as their bodies are often at their most vulnerable. When you think about it, the early morning hours are supposed to be a time of rest, but for someone who falls in the bathroom, this quiet time turns into a time of isolation and helplessness. No one is awake to hear the fall or to check in on you. The stillness of the morning amplifies the danger. Dr. Emily Rodriguez, an emergency medicine physician who specializes in geriatric trauma, explains the gravity of the situation in a way that is both chilling and eye-opening. She says, "The survival golden hour after a serious fall is critical. Unfortunately, seniors who fall during early morning hours often remain undiscovered for extended periods, dramatically worsening outcomes." This is not just a medical term, it's a matter of life and death. The time between the fall and the arrival of emergency help can make all the difference in the world. In the case of seniors who fall during the early morning, this period is often much longer than it should be. The results are disastrous. Picture this. When a senior falls during a morning shower, their body is cold and wet. In addition to the trauma from the fall itself, there's the added risk of hypothermia, a life-threatening condition that sets in when the body loses heat faster than it can produce it. Imagine struggling to get up, but being unable to move because of the pain or weakness. The wet skin from the shower only exacerbates the situation. And without anyone nearby to hear you or come to your aid, you're left in the cold, your situation worsening by the minute. It's a tragic reality that can, and does, happen far too often. It's the combination of cold exposure, isolation, and the inability to get help that creates a particularly deadly scenario. This brings us to a tragic but all too real story. Beatrice Harper, a 73-year-old widow, experienced this nightmare firsthand. One early morning, at precisely 5 a.m., Beatrice fell in her shower, slipping on the wet floor. Despite her desperate attempts to reach the phone or yell out for help, she was unable to move. She wasn't discovered for nearly 4 hours. When her family did finally find her, it was too late to prevent the severe hypothermia she had suffered. Doctors told her that if she had fallen during midday, when her neighbors and family were more likely to check in or be awake, her hypothermia could have been avoided, and her situation would not have been as dire. Beatrice's story isn't an isolated incident. It's a chilling reminder of how easy it is for a fall to escalate into something far worse when no one is there to intervene. In response to her traumatic experience, Beatrice made significant changes in her daily routine. She now takes her showers at mid-morning, ensuring that someone is available to check in on her in case of an emergency. She also set up regular check-ins with her neighbors, ensuring that there's always someone who knows where she is and when to expect her. This simple act of being proactive could very well have saved her life, and now, it's a habit she refuses to break. The good news is, you don't have to wait for a crisis to happen before you take action. You can start making changes today to protect yourself or a loved one from facing a similar situation. First and foremost, consider installing a waterproof emergency call button in your shower area. These buttons are designed specifically for seniors who are at risk of falls and can be a literal lifeline in times of need. You can easily press the button for help, even if you're unable to speak or move. This small addition to your home can provide a sense of safety and peace of mind, knowing that help is just a press away. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. In addition to the emergency call button, it's also critical to schedule regular check-in calls with family, friends, or neighbors if you must shower during those early morning hours. A simple phone call at the right time could be the difference between life and death. This practice is easy to incorporate into your daily routine, and while it may seem like a small step, it can drastically improve your safety and well-being. But don't stop there. Take a few moments today to ask yourself, how long would it take someone to find you if you fell at 5 a.m.? The answer, for most seniors, is a terrifying one. The thought of falling and lying on the floor for hours without anyone to help is enough to make anyone feel vulnerable. But taking the time to make these changes, install safety devices, and plan for emergencies can offer you the protection and peace of mind that you deserve. The simple act of shifting your shower time, having regular check-ins, and installing emergency devices might not seem like a huge deal now, but in a crisis, they could be the lifeline that saves your life. It's not just about protecting your body, it's about protecting your independence, your dignity, and your future. So, don't wait. Take action now, before it's too late. Because when it comes to your safety, every second counts. Number 7. Cognitive function and morning shower safety. Why does your brain seem to betray you in the early morning hours? It's a disturbing thought, isn't it? The truth is, your decision-making ability drops significantly during certain hours, and many seniors don't realize how dangerous this can be. Did you know that neurologists at Stanford University have discovered that cognitive function is at its lowest between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m.? Reaction times are slowed by up to 30% compared to midday, which is a startling statistic when you consider how crucial quick reflexes are during everyday tasks. Dr. Jonathan Miller, a neurologist with expertise in circadian rhythms and brain function, explains this phenomenon with alarming clarity. Cognitive processing speed, decision-making, and reaction time are all significantly impaired during early morning hours, particularly in adults over 65. This creates a dangerous situation when combined with tasks that require vigilance and quick reactions. Tasks like adjusting the water temperature or reacting to slippery surfaces. Take, for instance, the heartbreaking story of Franklin Wilson, a 79-year-old man who had always prided himself on being sharp and alert. But one morning, while taking his usual shower at 6 a.m., He failed to notice the water temperature slowly becoming dangerously hot. By the time he realized what had happened, it was too late. The severe burns he sustained required hospitalization. He later said, "If it had been noon, I would have noticed the temperature change immediately. But my brain just wasn't fully awake yet." This tragic incident is a powerful reminder that our brains don't function at their best in those early hours, and we can't afford to ignore that fact. The reality is, your cognitive function is not at its peak until later in the morning. This means, when you shower too early, your mind might be too sluggish to catch the signs of danger. Your brain could be the difference between avoiding a slip and suffering a life-altering fall. So, here's what you need to do for your safety. Set your shower time between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., when your brain function is at its highest. Consider using a shower timer with an alarm to limit your exposure to water at potentially unsafe temperatures. This simple adjustment can save you from dangerous situations, and it's something you can start doing immediately. Every decision you make during these hours matters. Are you willing to risk your safety simply for the convenience of an early shower? Let me ask you again. Is the convenience of an early morning shower worth putting your life in jeopardy? The science is clear. Showering between 4 a.m. and 8 a.m. after age 70 is nothing less than a dangerous gamble with your health. But now, you know to make the right choice, to protect yourself, and to keep your loved ones safe. Make that change today. Thank you for watching, and I hope this information has given you the insight to protect yourself and your loved ones. So, what have you learned today? Has anything about the impact of early morning showers on your brain function surprised you? Maybe you're considering making that simple change in your shower routine, or perhaps you have other habits you now see in a different light. Whatever it is, I want to hear from you. Please take a moment to comment below with one thing you've learned from this video that you will bring into practice in your life. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Your support helps us bring more valuable content to you. Stay safe, take care, and see you in the next video.